You were the first person to show me what love really meant. What love really meant, what sacrifice really meant. And I can't wait to spend the rest of this journey called life with you. So thank you for everything.
Men that are trying to achieve greatness have to overcome if they want to be great. Other than the faith you're going to pick, the woman that you pick to go with you on that journey is 100% going to prove, did you make a great decision or a bad decision?
Tell us the truth!
All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Dr. BOA. Yep, I got time today. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, in my opinion, the best player in the NBA. And the NBA, his peers, agreed this season because he's the most valuable player in the league. Now, during his acceptance speech, he thanked everybody he was going to thank, and then he thanked his wife, non-black wife, I might add. And the things he thanked her for simply means she poured into him. And he didn't just meet her when he got in the league. They're married, they got kids. She poured into him in a way that we haven't seen Travis Hunter's wife pour into him. And when he thanks her, you should see all of the women in the comments talking about how, yeah, there are some good men left, and she loves it when a man does this for his woman and recognizes his woman. Now, he's not recognizing his woman. He's recognizing his wife. And that's why BOA, Paul Pierce, and Carlos Miller are going to explain to you throughout this video why the majority of us aren't in that situation.
You do so much as a man. It's like the lady gets so used to what he's doing all the time.
It turned into entitlement.
Damn, that part. And it get unappreciated. Like women, if you just said, damn man, you know what, I'm proud of you.
That make a nigga feel like he's 10 feet tall. It's the shit that men are craving from women don't have nothing to do with finances. A woman knows exactly how to make a man feel bulletproof. With the way that she treats him, with the way that she caters to him, with the way that she builds him when ain't nobody looking.
And then the one and only Haley Summers. Thank you. Sorry, I'm so dramatic. Haley Summers, thank you for everything you are for me, for our son Aries. You were the first person to show me what love really meant. What love really meant, what sacrifice really meant. And I can't wait to spend the rest of this journey called life with you. So thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the man I am, I wouldn't be the player I am, I wouldn't be the father I am without you, but thank you for that. So thank you, everybody.
I want y'all to think about something else. In the comments, there were a lot of black women saying that his mom should have been that, his mama should have been that. No, she shouldn't have. Your job as a mother is to instill certain values in your son that keep him balanced when his masculinity reaches a peak. So he won't just be out there going, wow, all the time. You got to teach him some humility. You got to teach him some patience. You got to teach him all of these things. That's your job. It's not your job to make sure he understands what love is, because then he goes out into the world seeking his mama. And that's not what we're supposed to do. Because the difference is, a husband is like a daddy to a grown woman. So he shouldn't be going out seeking his mama. You got to understand, brothers, that the love your mama shows you is different from the love that a woman shows you out here. So many of you men have gotten proper love from a woman, but it wasn't the love your mama gave you. And so you shunned it because you looking for somebody to love you like your mama did. You looking for somebody that's going to be there with you regardless and let you do anything and still love you all the same. Well, that's not what a woman is supposed to do, because half of the things you did to this woman, you wouldn't do to your mama.
There's so many things I've been able to do in life, and when it's easy, it's only because the woman that you picked, that's everything. The reason I'm here, the reason I'm able to make it from years of scrutiny. In order for you to work in the dark, you're going to have somebody with you that can work with you in the dark. You know, and I'm not saying all of that was easy. We went through very turbulent times for a short time and then figured it out. A lot of times we're trying to achieve greatness, but we got to pick people who want to be on that greatness road with us.
I think I'll do a dedicated piece of content about that. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want a dedicated piece of content about your mother's love versus your woman's love. So I want y'all to understand something, man. The demands that you place on a woman in your life are very small. They're very minuscule compared to the responsibilities you take on in your life. So if you have a woman in your life and you can't appreciate her for taking all of the small things off the table, this is the same thing that Lorenz Tate said about his wife.
What's up, baby? You good? Whatever you say. Black love. Let me say what happens with black love and just love in general. As a man, follow what the woman says. You know what I'm saying? If she says she sits there, she stands there, wherever it is. We follow what the beautiful queen has to say. See? Mm-hmm.
What is the most impactful form of black love in your life?
Family, black love. We have 4 beautiful sons, and sharing that love with them is like no other. Being an example of how to love each other, especially when your children are watching. You know, we are the example, and we have to set that. And it's just a beautiful thing. Being parents is, to me, the best thing that's ever happened to me, aside from being with my beautiful queen.
This is the same thing that Morris Chestnut said about his wife.
You like to say he was right. It's 28. It'll be 29 years this summer, though.
Okay, it'll be.
Sorry, he was right.
I was right. I think primarily the secret is, first of all, I think we're genuinely good people, but I think we don't really say anything when we argue that we can't take back.
I just trust him. I think that he's a good leader. He's a good the lead of our household. I do believe that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he
Thank
is.
you.
I think that if it were just the two of us, I think it would be a lot easier.
Well, that's very true, because the majority of our disagreements are
the
about
kids.
kids.
Yeah, because I want to baby him and he wants to push him out and make him like live in the world.
And that's challenging.
But yeah, you know.
But are you two still having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's my best friend.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Is she your best friend?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Well, you make it look good.
You have to understand that a woman who is there for you, she's there for you in all of the ways you need her to be, so you can go and be the man you need to be. She's not draining energy from that. She's not detracting from that. She's not stressing you out to where you can't focus on that. She understands the assignment and she's sticking to it, and she wants to be the valedictorian of this school. So she's going to keep grinding. She's going to keep making sure her assignment is up to par because you take care of everything else. That's the problem with many of you men. You meet a woman who comes into your life as a responsibility, who comes into your life as a needy person, who comes into your life as dead weight, as a burden, as something that you need to take energy from your life to focus on. You can't do that. You got to have a woman that is mentally healthy. She's got to be spiritually astute. She's got to be emotionally whole, and she's got to be financially independent, at least enough where she isn't pressing you about the money, where you can focus on the ultimate goal, which is to get into the position where money is just one of the factors that comes with it. Yes, there's a bunch of things you can do to make money, but then there are other things that you can do that create money. You understand me? That puts you in a position where money is just one of the factors that comes with it, one of the benefits. You know what I mean? And if you're working like that, you can't have a woman around you who's constantly pressing about money, pressing about woman. Man, listen, I've had women try to, press me about money after a while, try to make it my responsibility to pay her bills. I'm not paying anyone's bills but my own. If I don't have no key, you ain't getting no money from me. You understand me? And when I talk about having a key, don't give me a key now just so I can, no, it's got to be a place that I benefit from. I'm not doing that. And when you have the proper woman in your life, she doesn't want you to do that. If you meet a woman and the first thing on her mind is somebody helping her pay her bills, nah, man, leave her alone immediately. Her goal that lets you know her goal is not something long-term that's mutually beneficial. Her goal is something short-term that benefits her long-term. So a woman will be satisfied with you living in a totally different state, seeing her every now and then and paying her bills every month. She'll be totally okay with that because now she got a sucker like you on the hook paying her bills, and she can live her life and wild out and do whatever the hell she want to do while you at home in your different state. That's why long-distance relationships are dumb. They don't work. Women don't know how to do close-distance relationships. So how in the hell you going to do a long-distance relationship with a woman? Unless she's a woman who lives with her family because she's a virgin and she's not leaving until somebody comes and take her away as a wife. A woman who's out here living as a single woman, single women are wild out here. There is no single woman you can trust. So if you ain't taking her from her family house, dog, she already lost. If you're not reacting to your woman and responding to your woman and talking about her the way Shai just did, the way Lorenz Tate just did, probably if you asked Lorenz Tate in his 20s about that, he would have been emotional just like this. Denzel probably would have been emotional just like this. Morris Chestnut probably would have been emotional just like this. But now, 40 years in, 30 years in, it's just that, hey, man, they just appreciate the woman appreciate them. And let me tell y'all something right now, and I promise you this. I don't care what kind of love there is that's confessed, professed, confessed. I don't care what kind of history you have together. If there is not appreciation, your relationship is going to falter. Because we talk about love and trust and all of that. Trust is a given when there's appreciation. If you appreciate your woman, certain things you don't do to her. If she appreciates you as a man, certain things she's not going to do to you. And y'all living in these situations where y'all doing everything and not appreciating. You doing all of this, and the woman still complaining about the things you ain't doing. Like she's supposed to get 100% of everything she wants. And these women here, they'll tell you what? Well, if you everything you won't do, somebody else will do it. Man, you think I'm finna deal with a modern woman when her mindset is, if I'm getting 85% of everything I want, you better do that other 15 or I'm gonna find somebody who will. I'm not finna deal with that. Oh, listen, a woman will literally have a man who's giving her 85% of what she wants. And she will go and sleep with that man, cheat on her husband with a man who is only giving her 15 because that's all that fool got. She would cheat on the 85%er to go be with a 15%er. And then talk shit about the 85%er to the 15%er. If this is not how your woman moves you, you don't have a woman. You have a burden. And that's for certain. All right, I'm done with this one. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.